Hey, this is Steve Domenico in the Room podcast with a very special guest. I have on Connor Bare Knuckle Barry, 6'3", lightweight, big prospect in New England. Back after a year, had a little injury he had taken care of, but he's back fighting for ammo on March 14th for ammo 8th. What's going on, Connor? Nice to talk to you, man. I've been seeing you all around the circuit, coaching some of your young prospects. Here you are back in the saddle, fighting for ammo once again after a year off. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm excited.
1 year, you fought back at ammo, I think ammo 6, March of 2019. Came away with a quick win in that fight. Had an injury taken care of, nagging little injury you had. Now we're back, bro. How you feeling? What's been going on this past year?
Man, I'm feeling great. This year's been a rough one. It's probably my longest time away from the sport. If definitely the longest time away from the sport. When I started as a pro, I had a little tough time finding a fight for a little bit, like early days, and I probably had almost a year off. But I was cutting weight. I just had fights canceled, so I was training and cutting weight. So this is the longest time I've ever had taken off, really. My whole body got to recover a little bit. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, man, it's just great to get back in there, get back into doing what I do best.
Excellent. Well, this time off, brother, you've been busy. I mean, you've been coaching a bunch of fighters that are having a lot of success around the regional circuit, cards, promotions that you've fought for. Man, how are you feeling about this new stage in your career as far as the coaching aspect?
Man, I love coaching, dude. It's a good way to improve my skills as well, and help the team out. Our team's growing huge. It's going great. We got a lot of fighters now, which is awesome. We're starting to make some big waves, and I think 2020 is going to be the year we make some serious movement.
Excellent. Well, the movement has started for you, bro. First card of ammo in 2020. Like we said, you fought back in March for 2019. How you feeling about fighting for ammo and getting back in there? I mean, it's I don't want to call it home, but you're used to that cage, you're used to that atmosphere. How you feeling about getting back in there and representing ammo once again?
Man, I'm super excited. Last show was a fucking ball, man. It was such a fun time, man. We had I got a big school bus out there. We packed it full of people. It was rowdy. It was wild. We ended up getting probably 60 people backstage before I walked out. We were all yelling at each other, and it was a trip, man. And it was a real fun experience, despite not being in the cage as long as I would maybe have hoped to. But man, that was a fun fucking time, man. And I'm excited to do it again.
Excellent. Well, 29-second TKO you had there, Mar. I mean, you must miss that. It's been a year. I mean, you had quick work in there. You didn't get much action time in there except for TKO in them. But this time you're heading to ammo. I would imagine you have two buses because you have a few of your fight team on the same card as you. Let's talk about that and how excited it is to, train some of these kids, coach them, and now they're fighting on the same card as you.
Oh, yeah, man. That's going to be awesome, dude. Probably will be the only time it'll ever happen. It'll probably be the only time I get to fight with my students. So I've never fought with my students before. I'm excited to all go into battle together. Everybody's getting fucking amped up at the gym. Everybody's, cleaning up everything, getting the last couple, all their shit put away. All their shit squared away, and man, it's gonna be a fun time. It's good to have some people to suffer with while we're cutting weight and shit too. We have to go up there together. We have to do it as a team. We have to smash some dudes. We have to come back and party.
Excellent. Well, I've talked to some coaches that have been on the same card as some of their students, some of their training partners. How do you handle that as far as mentally? I mean, you want to watch them fight. Are you going to be able to corner any of them, or is it you need to focus on what's at hand here, being your first fight back in a year?
Yeah, you know what? I'm probably we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna play it by ear, but I'm gonna try to let the other coaches take over for my students for the most part. And you know, we got a bunch of good coaches at the gym. I trust them a lot, and I think they'll all do great. I'll probably go out. I probably will watch all their fights as we're getting ready, just to get a little amped up. But I'll be stepping away from doing all my coach responsibilities and focused on myself.
Excellent. Well, let's talk about yourself, my man. First fight back in a year. You're back in there. You're fighting a big time veteran with, tens and tens of fights, man. The guy's been in there a ton of time. What you've been doing as far as getting ready for this fight. How long have you been able to be in training camp? Coming off that, that operation and that procedure you had done on your shoulder.
So I had it in June. So I don't know, it's probably like 10 months or something right now. So it was a fucking bad surgery, man. And I wasn't expecting it to be to the extent of that it was. My shoulder's been giving me problems for the last like maybe 3 years, and it had a lot of damage in it. I was just toughing out. And finally, the straw that broke the camel's back. I was in the gym training. I locked up a guillotine on somebody, and you still see me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. No. So I locked up a guillotine on somebody, and it was like just about like right around my back almost. It was a weird little guillotine like that, and I was like, it'd be cool to finish it like this, and I ended up finishing the choke. It was just on some fucking blue belt that probably shouldn't have anyways. But I finished the choke, and once he tapped and I let my arm out, I just felt that it wasn't in the place whatsoever. It was like in a totally different place than it should have been. I could barely move it. The next week was fucking torture, man. It would like dislocate like 20, 30 times a day. I'd just be in the car and go donk, like out of the socket. It was fucking torture. So I went to the doctor. They told me I should get the surgery. And funny story, but I wasn't gonna get the surgery. I was so like adamant on not getting it. I wasn't gonna get it, And I rehabbed it. I rehabbed it for months and months. I took that fight for Emerald last year with the same injury, as well as just about every pro fight I've had. It's probably got worse and worse from each fight. But that was the worst the shoulder's ever been fighting him. And I just did a little bit of rehab. I went back for a follow-up appointment because we scheduled the date for the surgery anyways, just in case I wanted to or not. So I was going to go to the follow-up appointment and tell the doc, like, hey, doc, I'm not going to get the surgery. It's pretty good. I was doing, like, Turkish get-ups with, like, 100 pounds. It was pretty stable.
Yeah.
It was
you were toughing through it again, correct?
Yeah. I was stabilizing everything I need to be stabilized.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can't do my guillotines. I can't do Kimuras. I can't do anything that involves internal rotation on that left arm. So I went up to the doctors eventually. He was like, you think I could just eventually end up working it? And he said no. And said, you know what, I'm probably not going to get the surgery. And he gave me a little test. So he was like having me go up, go down, out, all this shit. And then I was passing him all flying colors. I was blowing this guy's mind. And finally he puts me into like this thumb down, internally rotated position. And man, he broke my arm, dude.
Yeah.
The doctor just
the popping started happening again.
Oh yeah, dude, it sounded like fucking Barry Bonds hitting the home run. The doctor was grossed out. The nurse inside the room was grossed out. And then they said, hey, dude, you need surgery. And the surgery date that I had planned was the week afterwards, which was fucking crazy because I had a triathlon that I was doing 2 days before the fucking surgery, or the day before the surgery. Sorry, the day before the surgery, I had a triathlon. I wanted to push myself for it, see how I could do. And I finished the triathlon, and then the very next day I went in and I got cut up, and they told me it was much worse than they expected. Tore my infraspinatus, supraspinatus, bicep, labrum,
Wow.
had like situs in there, had some bone duct in there. It was a fucking mess, man.
Wow. Well, that shows like how much you can take and how much passion you have to get in there, man. You don't want to skip a step. You go in there without an arm now, next time,
It's fucking unbelievable.
So they clean it up, man, and how you feeling now? I mean, this a new Connor? I mean, you're fully rehabbed, you're getting back in there. How's everything feel at this point?
Yeah, man, the body feels really good. The camp has been going well. It's being the first camp back and everything. There's obviously a lot of like, I don't know, I guess figuring it out to do. I gotta fucking like sometimes I'll ramp it up. Excuse me. I go a little bit too hard or something and get a little minor injury. Have to fucking take a week off or something. It's just all about learning about my body again, learning what feels right, learning how, and to be honest, the time off was the first time that I haven't been like overtrained probably, for years. I've been training just about every day since I was like 15 years old, so I don't really know shit else. I don't know how my body's supposed to feel because I don't remember. And if I do, I was fucking 14 years old.
Yeah.
So my body, So now I have an understanding too, which I didn't have before, of what my body's supposed to feel like, rather than just push. That's what I used to do. That's stupid shit. It's not. I'm not gonna get any better. I'm just gonna get hurt. So it's good to train smart, to learn how to be smart about it, and it's a new me. Totally.
Does training these new up and comers, does that help you in there to really realize you got to take care of your body, you got to show as be example to them? Was that in the back of your mind, like, all right, I got to settle down, I got to really take care of my body, because this is a career that's you're looking to prosper with down the line in the future, get to even the bigger stages than just the regional circuit and belts and stuff like that, man. So does that help training these kids and be an example for them?
Yeah, for sure, man. It's like, because I've made so many fucking mistakes in my career so far. My whole amateur career, I didn't even have a gym. I was an independent fighter. I was like swinging around from place to place to get sparring in every once in a while. I was doing my own training, and man, I fucked up so many times that I can tell my students, like, dude, you're fucking up, man. And I'll be honest with them. I'm honest with all my students. I'm not fucking blowing smoke up their ass. It's not helping any of us. So, like, being honest with them, being honest with myself, too, seeing, how do I feel today, it's tough, man, too. Like, sometimes somebody will be at the gym and be like, hey, you want to roll, you want to spar, something like that. And you're like, no, fuck yeah. But, if the day's not, if you're not feeling that good, like now, I'm saying, hey, bud,
Yeah.
I gotta rest today, or I'm getting a little better. I still will do that sometimes.
You're still a fighter, Connie. You're still a fighter. You're still, you're still competitive. Even if it's in the gym, you want to get in there and get that work in. So here we are, bro. You're 6-3. I mean, you've been on like one wing for a bunch of fights. What you're talking about? Here you are. You got a new, basically operated on, cleaned all that up, focusing on your career in 2020. Not only your fight team, but yourself now, man. You got this big fight coming, man. How important is this to get this under your belt and, get a big win in ammo on the 14th?
Man, I'm excited just to get back in there, and it's a process. It's been a long journey to get to this fight. I've been pushing for a little while, and I'm hoping to get to the contender in the summer. That would be the main goal. To get to the contender series would be fucking awesome. I think I'd do very well there. If I can get to 7-3, I think it puts me at a pretty good shot to get in there. I'm 24 years old, so I'm still pretty young. 10 pro fights. I had 7 amateur fights. I've had plenty of boxing matches when I was younger. You know, I've been competing for about 10 years now, you know, like competition, not even like not just training in the gym, like competing, you know, and one, you know, the body takes a toll, but 2, like I'm fully fucking confident, you know, I'm fully confident for the Contender Series. Like I don't, man, I'm tired of fighting dudes for $1,500, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's tired of fighting dudes for $1,000. You know, you fight these same dudes in the UFC, you make 10,000.
Yeah,
you make more
exactly.
than that. You know, it's fighting. I don't want to fight local forever. I to be honest, I am pretty close to being done with fighting locally.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be like Bellator or the Contender. You know, if I don't make it to the Contender in the summer, then I'll probably just fight for Bellator in the future and not, you know, I just, it's not worth it, you know, with the amount of risk we put in, with what we do to our bodies day in and day out and sucking weight down and all that shit. $1,500, man, is not fucking worth it. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's good experience fighting locally. You can sell the fuck out of tickets. You can make a little bit more money marketing and shit. But yeah, you know how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. The UFC, you get that paycheck, and it takes care of all that, and then you know anything you know added to that is extra after that, man. Dude, so it's a huge fight for you. And you know, you speaking of Contender and UFC and stuff. You've defeated a couple of fighters that you know are there or making their way there. So you are in the eyes of them. It's just you got to get back in there and start working again. Man, what do you need to do in this fight? What do you need to show in there on your first fight back in a year that you're back and you deserve a spot in that Contender?
You know what, man? I'm going to probably go for something pretty wild. I don't want to give away anything, but I got some shit on my sleeve.
Excellent, man.
It'll be interesting. I'm trying to get a highlight reel in there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, dude, last thing before I let you go, I mean, give your shout outs, give, you know, maybe a prediction. Well, you already kind of gave a prediction. You're going to throw a little surprises in there, but.
Yeah, a little surprise.
But, you know, give shout outs, sponsors, throw your gyms out there, training partners, who's going to be hanging with you at the fights, man. Let it go.
Hell yeah, man. So I just want to, first I want to shout out to Rick Alford at Defensive Edge. He's been fucking awesome, man. He's helped me out so much. With everything, man. The gym is awesome, beautiful gym. Best move of my life, moving my gym from that little small studio to Defensive Edge. It's been great, man. Nothing but good things to say about that place. It's been fucking awesome, man. Gym's great. The team's doing fucking great. Yeah, so Defensive Edge, F55 team, all my students, big shout out to them. Big shout out to everybody who bought tickets for the fight, who supported me even if you couldn't buy tickets, you know, and yeah, man.
Yeah, it's time, man. It's been a year, brother. I've been seeing you all over the circuit at Smokers, at you know, other friggin' promotional events, man. As soon as I saw that sling off your arm, I said, "Oh, he's you know, I can't wait to talk to this guy, man." So, you know, congratulations, brother, to get back in there, bro. You know, you're coming off a big win a year ago. You fought some big dudes here. You know, one in the UFC's got one coming in April, man. Finish that, dude. So, dude, you're 24 years old. I can't wait to see what's next for you after, you know, come the 14th. So, Conor Bare Knuckle Barry, 6-3. Fighting at 160-pound catch weight for Ammo 8. When are we? March 14th at the Big E, bro. Defensive Edge is bringing it, man. They got 3 or 4 fighters going in there. So, Conor, as always, man, thanks for the time, man, and I can't wait to see you.
Great talking with you.
Can't wait to see you on the 14th, man. I'll be watching you. I'll be cage side, and I'll be seeing the new Conor 2.0 has to bring.
There you go. Hell yeah, brother. Great to see you, man.
All right, man. Have a good one. See you in 2 weeks.
Peace, Conor.